I thought I wouldn't end up sitting here anymore in front of this wall and that I would always film from my window over there. But, you know, you can't control everything in life. So we're going to talk about the Grammys and yesterday in general. And, like, there really is only one thing we need to talk about, and that is, I have notes. This is PTX second Grammy. Underline, 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 scribbled like half the page with underlines. Pentatonix nominated for a Grammy 2 years in a row in a category that was renamed so that they could be eligible 2 years ago, because it used to be just Best Instrumental Arrangement, and then it became Best Instrumental and Acapella Arrangement, coincidentally, the year they won. No, not a coincidence. Not buying that. 2 years in a row, nominated 2 years in a row, they won. I was not expecting anything less, but I was still crying when I first found out about it over there, and then when I watched it downstairs, I was, like, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm just so incredibly proud of these people. They're at the Grammys with Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar and Beyonce herself, all of whom are sharing important messages. Kendrick in what was probably the most important moment of the night, like Pentatonix winning was my favorite, but that was, like, the most important moment of the night. And then Beyonce having just done Formation at the Super Bowl, and then coming and just her presence speaks so much. And then, of course, you have Taylor Swift with her wonderful speech on women and how women are the ones who get themselves in the positions of greatness, and they do not owe that greatness to anybody else, and it comes from within, which is super important. So Pentatonix is with all of these super important, super influential, super famous people, and they are just as important and influential and famous, and I am going to cry for my choir nerds who have won 2 Grammys. And then there's a lot more that happened yesterday than just, it's today because I'm filming right after the Grammys, but it's going to go up the day after when Mitch and Scott are going to post their review, so that's going to be competing. Watch theirs instead of mine, or watch mine. Watch both. But there's a lot more that went on. Like, I saw Tyler Oakley live. Not in person, but live, which is super cool, because he was interviewing, and I have to watch his interview still, but, you know, it was super cool. And, then I actually finally ordered my Pentatonix concert tickets. And eventually you're going to be able to figure out relatively where I am, because you're going to know which concert I go to. But man, am I so excited. The ticket itself does not email to me until March 4th, but that is perfectly okay. I printed off 2 copies of this receipt thing, which is not the ticket. But in case something goes wrong, I can be like, bruh, you sent me this. I'm going to see people who won 2 Grammys. I know sometimes in concerts in the past, I've never been to one, but they have said, like, we're gonna now do the thing we won a Grammy for. And if they do that this time, I won't know which it is. Maybe they'll do both. That'd be super cool. Oh my gosh. And I was live tweeting the whole thing using a super long, obnoxious hashtag, which was, hashtag Azariah live tweets Grammys for PTX. And through this live tweeting, I somehow went up to 89 followers on Twitter, which is crazy. And then we have to talk about, I'm gonna butcher her name. So I'm gonna go to Twitter, and I want to say, my gut is to say Antoinette Costa, but I just want to make sure that's right. The one who's in Triptych with Kevin. Yeah, It is Antoinette Costa. I was right. I'm so sorry for not having faith in myself. So Antoinette Costa tweeted Kevin about, like, his flawlessness, and then I tweeted Antoinette Costa about how kind she is and how talented she is, and I'm just like, this is super cool. And she liked my tweet. Like, what? What? What is life? And on total, on this YouTube channel, I have 42 comments. And wait, we gotta even still go back to talking about the Grammys, because, like, Hamilton, they showed us the opening of Hamilton. I was expecting them to come to LA, which is weird, I guess, but I was expecting it, but then I saw what it was like, and they won, Hamilton won, and then Lin rapped his speech again, like, what? It was so good, and on Twitter, he's like, they're piping Kendrick through the speakers at the Richard Rodgers Theater, and I'm just, what is life? What a privilege it is to be alive at a time when Hamilton is running on Broadway and when Pentatonix is touring and winning Grammys. And like, as if this day could not be better in any way, shape, form, or fashion. The Schuyler Sisters video crossed 1.4K views. That is over 1,400 people that have seen that. And the channel in general has crossed 4,500 total views. And then we're talking about Twitter. I'm all over the place, but we're talking about Twitter. You know, Hassan, like one of the biggest pentaholics out there, dude who's like basically running Pentacon, whatever. I guess he must live somewhere near me, because we have like the same weather going on. It's not like exactly the same place, but somewhere near me. Driving distance. Maybe a long drive. An hour at most, I feel like. But, he tweeted something and then was like, whatever, and I asked, are you gonna watch the Grammys later? Oh, he tweeted that he'd heard about it, and I was like, yay! Are you gonna watch the thing later? And then he liked my tweet, and he replied? So, I know Antoinette Costa and Hassan are totally different levels of fame, but like, what? And we gained a subscriber, so that's really cool. And I have a whole schedule of things I'm gonna do. But this video is going up today, and another video is going up today, and that's gonna be a song Saturday, but it's not a Saturday, it's a Tuesday. So there's that. It's just such a joyous celebration of Pentatonix that I could not possibly wait to do it any longer than this. So I'm actually going to go film that now. I'm going to find it and go film it. But it's just been a really great day. And I have a sinking feeling I have school tomorrow, and I did not prepare for that. C'est la vie! How can I possibly be upset over something like that when Pentatonix and Hamilton won Grammys? If you have lived under a rock and you did not know any of this, and therefore the video was informative, please do, in fact, leave a like. If it was inflammatory, I don't know how it would be inflammatory. Like, nothing I mentioned was controversial. Pentatonix slays. Hamilton slays. I talked about Taylor slays. I talked about Kendrick slays. I talked about Beyonce, she is slay incarnate. But if anything was controversial, leave a comment. Or inflammatory. Leave a comment. And if this video was intriguing, if you like seeing agender kids sob over famous people in their bedrooms after award shows, subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter or Tumblr using the hashtag AskAzariah, or the direct messaging system on Twitter and the asks on Tumblr to be featured in our next Just Asking Monday. And I hope you have a great day.